On June 2, 2026, the UK Home Office cancelled the travel permits of two American citizens. They had committed no crime. They had been convicted of nothing. They were scheduled to speak at Oxford University in 4 days. The letters gave one reason: their presence in the United Kingdom would not be conducive to the public good. No trial, no appeal, no public explanation of what that phrase actually means in law. If that interests you, subscribe, because this channel covers what most people slept through. Part 1. Context. Britain has spent 3 centuries selling itself as the birthplace of free expression. The Bill of Rights, passed in 1689, guaranteed freedom of speech in Parliament. British common law built the legal foundation for a free press. When France became too dangerous for Voltaire's ideas, he came to London. When Prussia wanted Karl Marx silenced, he came to London. Marx spent the last 34 years of his life in Britain, writing, publishing, and laying the intellectual groundwork for movements that would shake every government on earth. The British state disagreed with nearly everything he said. They let him say it anyway. He is buried in Highgate Cemetery. His grave is a tourist destination. The Oxford Union is the most famous debating society in the world. Founded in 1823, its alumni include prime ministers, presidents, and Nobel Prize winners. The Union has hosted dictators, dissidents, former heads of state, and convicted terrorists on the grounds that the answer to dangerous speech is better speech, not silence. The principle is written into the institution's identity. If an argument is wrong, defeat it in debate. You do not shut the door. Britain's economy, particularly its financial and media sectors, has long been built on this reputation. London's position as a global hub for banking, media, and higher education depends in part on its image as an open society. Foreign universities send researchers. Foreign journalists come to report. The City of London draws talent from every corner of the world. The idea that Britain is a place where ideas flow freely is not just a political tradition. It is an economic one. That idea was about to be tested. Cenk Uygur is the founder of the Young Turks, one of the most watched political commentary networks in America, with over 10 billion documented views across platforms. He is a consistent on-record critic of Israel's military campaign in Gaza, using the word genocide publicly and repeatedly since 2023. Hasan Piker is Uygur's nephew and one of the most followed political streamers on the internet. He has stated on record in public broadcasts that the United States sides with Israel in the conflict, and that it does so reflexively, regardless of the facts on the ground. Both had been formally invited to speak at the Oxford Union on June 6, 2026. Both had also been booked to appear at SSSW, London, the UK debut of the South by Southwest Festival, one of the largest media and technology events in the world. Neither would make it. Part 2. The Hidden Truth. The mechanism used against them is called an Electronic Travel Authorisation, an ETA. It is a digital permit introduced across the UK in 2024. Any American traveling to Britain now requires one. It is not a visa. It carries no right of appeal built into the process. The Home Office can revoke it at any time, without a hearing, without advance notice, as long as the reason fits within one documented legal phrase, not conducive to the public good. On June 2, 2026, Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood revoked the ETAs of both Uygur and Piker. According to reporting by multiple outlets, including NBC News and the Times of London, the documented grounds for the decision against Uygur included the assessment that his presence would risk exacerbating anti-Semitism and inflaming community tensions in the UK. No specific statement of his was cited in the public record. No evidence of criminal conduct was presented. The stated concern was that his words, future, speculative words on British soil, might cause harm. Hasan Piker said publicly that his authorization was revoked at the behest of Israel. The Home Office made no public response to that specific claim. What the internal record shows is this: the decision was not based on anything Uygur or Piker had done in the UK. It was based on what they might say. A government official decided, in advance, that certain opinions, held by two men with no criminal records, invited to a centuries-old debating institution, were too dangerous for a British audience to hear in person. The Oxford Union president confirmed the invitations in a public statement and criticized the ban as a direct attack on the principle of free speech. Part 3. The cover. The official public position from the Home Office was short. A spokesperson confirmed the ETAs had been revoked on the grounds that their presence may not be conducive to the public good. No further details were offered. The decision was framed as a routine use of long-standing border control powers. That framing is important to examine. The phrase "not conducive to the public good" is on paper a national security standard. It exists to prevent entry by people who pose a documented threat: criminals, intelligence risks, agents of hostile states. The law does not require the government to define the threat with precision. Courts have historically found it difficult to challenge decisions made under this clause, because the standard is deliberately broad. What the Home Office did not say publicly is that this power has been used before, repeatedly, against political commentators in both directions across the political spectrum. In June 2013, Home Secretary Theresa May used the exact same legal clause to ban two American conservatives, Pamela and Robert Spencer, from entering the UK. They had been invited to speak at a political rally in London. The letter they received used almost identical language. Their presence would not be conducive to the public good. Their rhetoric was assessed as a risk to community relations. Right wing, left wing, the law does not distinguish. What changes is who holds the office. In 2013, the Home Secretary was conservative. The people being banned were right-wing critics of Islam. In 2026, the Home Secretary is Labour. The people being banned are left-wing critics of Israel. The paper trail from both decisions uses the same legal cover, the same three words. Part 4. The consequences. Uygur and Piker did not speak at Oxford. They did not appear at SXSW London. The Oxford Union president's public statement drew immediate attention from civil liberties organizations. Big Brother Watch and Index on Censorship both criticized the ban. American outlets across the political divide, from NBC to conservative publications, reported on it. But the consequences go further than two canceled appearances. There is no public registry of how many ETAs have been revoked for speech-related reasons. The Home Office does not publish this data. There is no independent oversight body that reviews these decisions. There is no right of appeal before the revocation takes effect. The traveler finds out when their permit disappears from their phone. What the documented record does show is a pattern. In April 2026, the same power was used to revoke the authorization of another American commentator ahead of a UK visit. The consistent thread, according to legal observers and civil liberties groups, is political pressure from organized lobbying groups that lobby governments to use immigration law as a tool of speech management. The economic cost of this pattern is harder to quantify, but documented in its direction. Britain's higher education sector depends on international scholars. Its media industry depends on foreign correspondents and contributors. Its technology and cultural sector, including the SXSW London Festival, which was held partly to signal Britain's openness to global ideas, depends on the perception that crossing the border does not require political clearance. When speakers calculate whether to accept UK invitations, they now factor in a new variable: whether a government official might decide, days before departure, that their opinions are too inconvenient to allow in. That is a chilling effect. A chilling effect when people self-censor or avoid certain actions out of fear of legal or government consequences has economic costs. It reduces the flow of ideas. It discourages institutions from inviting controversial speakers. It makes Britain a less attractive destination for the global exchange of knowledge that its economy has historically relied on. Part 5. What IT means today. This is the reason it matters beyond the names. The ETA system is new. Every American who visits Britain now requires one. That means every journalist, academic, activist, commentator, and speaker. Anyone who has said something on record that a future Home Secretary might find politically inconvenient can be turned back. No hearing, no lawyer, no court, before they board the plane. The standard is not conducive to the public good. There is no law that defines what that means. There is no public list of the opinions that qualify. There is no independent review. The decision belongs entirely to whoever holds the Home Secretary's office on the day the question is asked. What the files show is that this power moves with political pressure. It tracked right-wing opinion in 2013. It is tracking pro-Palestinian opinion in 2026. The documented pattern suggests it will track whatever opinion attracts the most organized lobbying effort in the future. Karl Marx spent 34 years in Britain. He wrote Das Kapital in the British Museum reading room. The government of his era disagreed with everything he stood for. They let him write anyway. What Britain is deciding now, in real time, through the quiet mechanism of a digital travel permit, is whether that tradition still holds, or whether the price of the plane ticket now includes a political screening. The answer, documented in 2 letters sent in June 2026, appears to be the latter. Most people slept through this. You didn't. Subscribe, because there's more.